Well, the big one is upon us. The Snooker World Championships at the Crucible in Sheffield has arrived. 17 days of action on the green bays. And let's get the boys on the bays, of course. Where else to start? The Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan, 42 years of age, and he's still absolutely flying. Still the main man, still the man to beat is Ronnie O'Sullivan. Already landed 5 ranking titles this year alone. And if he were to win in Sheffield, as the bookies suggest he may, he's around about a 9-4 chance, then he'll be the first man to ever break through the £1 million barrier in prize money. He's already mopped up the English Open and the UK Championships as well. And what of his nemesis? Of course, second in the betting, Mark Selby, bid him to become the third man in the modern era to win 3 in a row. He's won 3 of the last 4 World Championships as Mark Selby. And of course, O'Sullivan once infamously referred to him as the torturer. He's a difficult, gritty match player, is Selby. He's going to be my pick. 165 weeks as world number 1. Last season, he was a little bit in and out, and then he turned up with a lucrative China Open, won that. Good preparation for the World Championships here, and I think he can do the same again. This season, again, his form was in and out. He turned up in China, £400,000, landed that, £425,000 up for grabs here in Sheffield. And I think he's a man for the big occasion. He's the man for the Crucible, that cauldron of pressure. And I think Selby is the man to beat. Now, we're going to hear from Chris Graham at 188bet. I hope you're well, Chris. And, well, where's the money been going? And I'm sure you've got 1 or 2 specials for us as well.
How's it going, Dave? How's it going? We're very excited about the World Snooker Championships here at 188bet. Ronnie O'Sullivan 2-1 favourite in our bet, and 3-1 Mark Selby. Judd Trump at 6-1. In terms of market moves, big bets, etc., we've had a big bet on Kieran Wilson to win the World Snooker Championships, and because of that, we are worst price on him, but built up a big liability on the young Kieran Wilson. He faces Matthew Stevens in the first round. And also a number of bets on Ding Junhui, who of course was running up a couple of years ago. Big interest in him, and again, we're quite short on him because of that reason. We've got a brilliant offer though I want to tell you about for the World Snooker Championships here at 188bet. Cash back on all losing outright winner bets if Ronnie O'Sullivan wins the tournament. Ronnie of course has won this competition 5 times. If you place a bet, outright winner bet at 188bet between now and 10 o'clock Saturday morning, and Ronnie O'Sullivan wins the competition, you will get your money back as cash up to £25. Check the website for full T&Cs, but it's cash back up to £25 on outright winner bets if Ronnie wins in 2.5 weeks' time.
Well, thanks, Chris. What a brave concession from the lads at 188bet. Do jump on to 188bet.com for all your prices. As I've mentioned, Selby, he's hovering around the 4.0 mark with those guys. Ronnie O'Sullivan, about 3.25. Here's a stat for you. Crucial stat. World number 1, Mark Selby, has won his last 13 matches that have been staged over 2 sessions or more, and not lost one of these longer format matches since the Shanghai Championship, Shanghai Masters back in 2016. So for your longer format, Mark Selby is certainly your man. Now, looking at the first round draw, I've picked out a couple of decent bets. Anthony McGill takes on probably one of the most feared qualifiers in Ryan Day. Ryan Day been a professional for 18 years and finally won that ranking event, and now he's won 3 this season. So he's certainly a man in form, but his form at the Crucible is horrendous. He's lost at this stage the last 3 years. I think Anthony McGill, at just a shade of odds against with 188bet, looks a big price. On the handicaps, well, look no further than the ace in the pack, Judd Trump, taking on qualifier and Crucible debutant Chris Wakelin. Giving up 4.5 frames on the handicap with 188bet. Again, Trump a shade of odds against. The head-to-head is 7-0, and these two met back in December in the UK Championships, and Trump whitewashed Wakelin 6-0. So look out for him on the handicap with 188bet. Looks a huge price, and McGill to beat Day. They're my 2 best bets of the first round.